My Lord,
Do you take anything serious in your life? Is anything ever serious? Miss Natasha, if you've never taken anything serious, this may be the first time you see what it means not to take anything seriously. If you have been playing about out there, the time is over. You are no longer going to play about with people. You have gone and annexed 1,000 homes into a bogus title, including churches, including schools, including homes of very eminent members of this society, and including a farm of a retired civil servant. If you have been playing games, Natasha, it is over. You are so busted. If you have been telling lies, they have come home to roost. But tell me, where else shall we find you? We found you in a few places now. Maybe before we go there, you should tell us so that we don't get surprised. Although, quite honestly, I'm not going to be surprised. Where shall we find you? We found you in Entebbe, Kajansi, for Central Forest Reserve. We've heard about you in Kira. Now we've seen you in Namavundu. Where else shall we find you? And while we are still at it, just the last one. Who do you work for? Yeah, tell me, who do you work for? Because I'm interested in finding how you get 4.7 billion shillings. Who is bankrolling you? It can't be just mommy. Is it right for a Ugandan to be walking around with a fraudulent title? Again, silence. Commissioner Mary Ochan, please note the silence on the record. I'm not a surveyor. Did you study survey?
No, my Lord.
Did you make a report? Did you make a report? Yes or no?
No, my Lord.
Did the surveyor make a report?
Yes, my Lord.
Has he shown us the report? So
Yes.
what is not true? No, look here, these are factual things. The thing, it is on record. You employed somebody. He's come here, he's busted you. What is not true? Isn't it time for you actually to lie flat and say, they got me on this one? Maybe I've got away with many, but on this one? Miss Kalenge, you have been described by some people as a hard-hearted, cruel, arrogant, aggressive, abusive, cold-hearted, and actually dangerous person. This is the information we get from the neighborhoods, from the people who feel threatened. Would you describe yourself in that manner, or are they wrong?
My Lord, they are wrong.
So, because they're saying you're hard-hearted, cruel, arrogant, abusive, even dangerous. Talk about yourself. Say something that says, I'm not this person. Are you a mother? No?
No, my Lord.
Okay. Yesterday, you spent the whole day affirming to this commission that you did not recognize the existence of Mr. Lwanga or his farm.
Yes, my Lord.
Did you send a surveyor on the ground?
Yes, we did, my Lord.
He came here yesterday. The surveyor, that person, he's got a degree in survey, but he's not a registered surveyor. That person that you sent, is he that Asimwe I saw in the room some time back? Is he still here or he left? I don't see. But did you see him here in the morning, Mr. Asimwe? You even had a word with him earlier on, I noticed. Yes? I sit here and I have about 1,000 eyes in my head. That is part of my job. I see a lot of things. I see people who are conversing. I see people exchanging notes. Yes, Mr. Simwe. He told us on oath he saw a farm. He recognized Mr. Lwanga. He saw paddocks. He saw the young of cattle. I mean, they are called calves. Maybe you don't know them. And he said where there are young, there must be mothers. There must have been cattle in another paddock that I didn't see. And he said, most of all, that he informed you about the presence of a farm and the presence of a Mr. Lwanga, and you told him, in your own words, that you would deal with it. One of the little things this commission can do is take evidence. The lawyers know, your lawyers know very well, we have very limited authority. But as a commission, when we are taking this evidence, we put you on oath. And one of the things that you must not do on oath, and the Commission of Inquiries Act is very, very clear, you must not tell lies on oath, because it's an offense in this country to commit perjury. You must not also give false information, because if the information turns out to be false, it's also a crime in this country. How did you choose? How did you choose to deal with Mr. Lwanga? How do you choose to deal with people and things you don't like to see or to hear about? Do you do it by sending more men on the ground and evicting them in the most vicious manner possible? How do you deal with those things that you think are not important? This is an opportunity for you to talk about yourself, to say, I'm not any of these things you're saying.
My Lord, I'm not any of those.
How? How can you prove it? We're giving you an opportunity to prove it, and you're actually proving that you might actually be hiding something because you're failing to speak. You were very confident the first time we saw you. The confidence levels have dipped. If you were a 14-year-old and you appeared before a judge, you would be asked whether you know the value of telling the truth. But you're actually twice as old, 28. So we can't go back to the basics of do you know the value of telling the truth. But in your life, Miss Natasha, have you ever tried to live truthfully? Miss Natasha, tell us.
I've always tried to live a truthful life, my Lord.
How can we prove it? Through the titles which might turn out to be fraudulent, through hiring surveyors who are not professional, through sending, sending bullies and armed people to evict people. Is that how we should judge your truthfulness? Is that how we should judge your conscience? How, Natasha? How should we judge you? I'm looking for that one thing that you can say. Maybe that one turnaround. Yesterday, we asked you to go home and get us the paperwork. Let us test you on that little bit of truth. You assured us you had paperwork at home. We said it's very simple. Just go with a few ladies to your home, knock at the door, get out the paperwork, and actually, if it is not there, also say so. Because you never know. Maybe in the 6 hours you sat in the commission room, the papers could have grown legs. Did you go home to get us the paperwork, or did you tell my people, the investigators, that you don't have the paperwork?
My Lord, I told them my mother keeps the documents.
Why did you not tell us that when you sat there? This is the truthfulness we're asking for. Have you been boasting that you work with some people in State House? Tell us, and be very, very straight and open with me. Because if you have been using people's names, it is time to either say who they are or to stop using their names. And you're looking at me and saying, who do you think you are asking such a question? That is what your facial expression shows.
Last one from my Lord.
Who do you think you are asking me such a question? That's what your facial expression shows. How much did you buy the forest in Entebbe for? 8 billion shillings. How much have you bought this for purportedly, fictitiously, this time round? 4.7 billion. Who do you work for?
Or where does he get the money from?
Or where does she or he get the money from? Good question.
Yes.
Whose money are you laundering?
Yes.
These and more questions will be investigated, and I can assure you, as sure as light, the night follows day, the truth will come out. But Madame Natasha, I want to advise you, if you have any ears to listen, that the times of playing games are over. We are getting to the bottom of this, whether you like it or not. Thank you.